Scone made the short journey up the 94 to Vauxhall Park Coupar Angus, hoping to return to winning ways after defeat in their last outing 2 weeks ago at East Craigie. The Jags travelled with the knowledge that a win today would take the team back to the top of the division, with the Thornton Hibs clash with Brecon-Vics having been postponed in the morning. The Jags were looking to take inspiration from the success of one of their youth teams early in the morning, with the under-16s successfully grasping a Fife League Cup berth with an excellent 3-2 win over Kirkcaldy Eagles at Farquharson Park. Scone started the brighter in the game and had the first chance after only 5 minutes played. Awarded a throw on the right when the ball was played back in by Stephen Moon, eventually was worked to Sean Fergus, but his effort was blocked by the defence to take the ball away from goal at the expense of a corner. A major feature of the first half was the amount of pressure that Scone were to put on Coupar Angus, with virtually most of the play in the first 45 minutes being held in the Coupar Angus half of the pitch. And after only 10 minutes played, Scone were to get the breakthrough that their play deserved. First the ball's worked up to Gary Fergus on the left, and when he takes control of the ball and chips into the middle, partially cleared by the Coupar Angus defence as far as Mitchell, his attempted pass out to the wing is eventually blocked, Lang with the header, which again is blocked, but then the ball's picked up by Moon. A great diagonal ball from Moon, picked up by Gary Fergus on the left wing, breaks into the box, and a nice finish to put the ball past Shaw for the opening goal. It was a great diagonal pass from Stephen Moon from the halfway line, picking out the run of Fergus, who did enough to stay onside. He collects the ball well on the outside of the box, takes it into the area, into space, and manages, despite slipping on the wet surface, to get the ball past Shaw and into the back of the net. Scone were to continue to keep the pressure on Coupar Angus, and some great passing play ensuring possession was retained. When the ball was passed back to Josh Gordon in the Scone goal today, his effort into the opposition half is partly cleared, picked up by Strachan before Sinclair launches it forward. Again, every time the ball was picked up by a Coupar Angus player, there'd be a Scone player there to put the pressure on. In this case, Craig Mitchell wins back possession before passing forward to Fraser Mills, and his run into goal is abruptly stopped by a challenge from Jack Shaw. Unfortunately for the Jaggies TV audience, it took place right behind a lamppost, so we can't see the collision. The referee, however, did decide that that was worthy of a penalty, cautioned the Coupar Angus goalkeeper before awarding the spot kick to the Jags. Mills, who'd been fouled, picked himself back up to take the kick, however perhaps not too convincingly again on the soft surface, but well saved by Jack Shaw. Jags continue to press, and after a corner into the box was swinging by Gary Fergus, the ball breaks to the outside of the box, where it's played into the middle by Andrew McKenzie, picked up by Craig Mitchell, but his effort into the centre on goal is blocked and cleared for a corner. Jags were forcing a series of corners, and from the next one had a couple of opportunities. When the ball was swung in by Gary Fergus, eventually it bounces back here to Sean Fergus. His first effort is saved by Shaw before the ball falls down in the box and eventually comes to Whitworth. His first time effort is blocked and the ball eventually cleared. With just a couple of minutes to go to the half hour, Scone were to get the second goal their play deserved. A Gary Fergus free kick into the box isn't gathered convincingly by Jack Shaw, who loses the ball in the air. Craig Mitchell then attempts to play it goalwards, where it collects the post, and there's Sean Whitworth on hand to smash the rebound home. Shaw looking under pressure by Craig Mitchell, his first time effort hits the post, but there's Sean Whitworth to make no mistake from right in front of goal. Scone continue to rack up the goal chances, and on this occasion a throw in from the left by Sinclair is played into the box to Mills. He does well to find some space and turn, however his effort is well held by Shaw. Next up for the effort was Craig Mitchell. When the ball eventually comes forward into the area, it's knocked forward here by Fergus, partially cleared, and again the pressure of Scone wins the ball back, but this time Mitchell finds his effort held by Shaw. Again, it was another corner to give the Jacks their next effort on goal after 33 minutes. The ball played into the centre here, but Craig Mitchell with his effort just off goal. The home side had their first effort on goal after 37 minutes on a rare volley forward, a free kick awarded in the edge of the area, but the free kick taken by Neath is well over the... The action returned to the other end of the pitch, and on this occasion it was to be a third goal for Scone just after 39 minutes. Ball picked up on the left here by Gary Fergus, a long deep cross to the far post, headed down by Andrew McKenzie, and there was Mitchell with the finish from just inside the box to put the club 3-0 up. Unfortunately, the same lamppost which had denied the clear view of the penalty incident, despite the camera having moved to get away from it, then ended up blocking Craig Mitchell as he hits his strike on goal. Thankfully at Farquharson Park there are no lampposts. With 2 minutes to go to the half-time whistle, the home side were to grab a lifeline, and it was a goal certainly worth waiting for the home support, although at the time it appeared that the Jags were in dominance. Corner from the right was swung into the box by Sinclair, and when the ball broke to Strachan at the edge of the box, his effort was blocked. The ball is eventually cleared up to GIBB, and what a first-time effort from Alexander GIBB to chip the ball over Lang and Josh Gorton to put his side a goal back in the game just before the half-time interval. Fantastic piece of individual skill from the Coupar Angus number 9. Today's game marked the first anniversary of the management team of Scone and Post, and here we have the 3 wise men of our coaching team alongside Eric Duff, from the left there Mark Reid, Derek Lawson and Stevie Robertson coming out for the second half of the match. The gaffer doing some pitch repairs at Vauxhall Park as well. The goal just before the break seemed to revitalise Coupar Angus, with a couple of changes made at half time, and the first action of the second half was theirs, with a corner from the left swung in and a header just over the bar from Neath. However, action soon returned to the other end of the pitch, and when the ball was thrown in by Moon, eventually after being partly cleared, it falls to Whitworth, and his chip forward sees the ball coming to the back post, where it's then collected by Sean Fergus, but his effort on goal held well by Jack Shaw. Scone again put pressure on Coupar Angus with the clearance, and while the last incident was busy being tweeted, the camera eventually turns to catch the next piece of action, which sees Fraser Mills lay the ball up, and the ball, when it comes forward to Andrew McKenzie here, his effort just over the bar. Scone went looking for a fourth goal to kill off any Coupar Angus fight back, and after 54 minutes that's exactly what they got, and yet again it came from the corner. Swung into the box by Kevin Sinclair. When the ball comes to the centre, Jack Shaw didn't look too convincing to get a hold of the ball. It eventually breaks to the back post, where a combination of Fraser Mills and a defender under pressure turns the ball back into the centre, and there's Sean Fergus to score from close range. Great reaction play by the Scone number 9, and a deserved goal for a player who had performed very well today in an unusual false 9 position. Coming up, a small demonstration from goalkeeping coach Mark Reid that he's a rarity in the goalkeeping community, one of them that can actually use their feet properly. A lovely little chip into the hands of Stephen Moon here to set up Scone's next attack. The ball's thrown into the centre, and when Mills returns the ball to Moon, his back post cross is met by the header of Mitchell, but he can't quite turn it on target. With an hour gone, Coupar Angus were to have the next effort on goal. A long ball forward wasn't properly cleared by the Scone defence, and when it's eventually fed forward here to GIBB, his effort from distance rattles outside of the Scone goal. The action returned to the other end of the pitch, and when Kevin Sinclair floated a free kick into the area, the ball was met by Mitchell, but he couldn't quite get enough power on his effort, and it was held well by Shaw. Coming up, one of the more unusual incidents in the game. Not the shot on target from Coupar Angus. It was a rarity, but certainly not strange, and Tom Casey's effort here was held by Gorton. However, what happened next was rather bizarre. With the ball in the hands of keeper Josh Gorton, Joe Sturrock then decides to poke the ball out of his hands with his foot. A cheeky move, however, all it received was a free kick and a yellow card for the Coupar Angus player. With Scone keeper Josh Gorton being involved in the last incident, the next incident involved his counterpart at the other end of the park. A good Kevin Sinclair free kick was taken from just outside the Coupar Angus box, and when he bent the ball into the area, a great save by Shaw to keep the score at 4-1. The resultant corner was swung into the area, and when the ball comes to the back post here, the header from Mitchell is straightforward for Shaw to collect. Coupar Angus were finding it hard to compete against a Scone midfield expertly marshalled by Craig Mitchell, and again here's Mitchell in the thick of action, winning the ball before knocking it forward to Fraser Mills. Mills then releases Maxivolio on the left hand side, however he can't keep his shot below the bar. In the dying minutes of the match there was just time for an effort at each end for both sides. First, Scone were awarded a free kick which was swung into the area by Kevin Sinclair, and when the ball fell for Fraser Mills, his header onwards was fairly straightforward and off target. Then with a corner into injury time, swung into the area from the left hand side by Coupar Angus. However, former Jags youth player Del Newland's effort well off target. The final whistle sounded moments later, and with it Scone returned to the top of tonight's McBookie North Division table. It was great news for Scone on a day of double triumph for the club, with the 2001's semi-final success and the Jags navigating a tricky away fixture at Foxhall Park. Full time also came through with the news that the Blairgowrie Canoe game had been abandoned due to a bad injury to Blairgowrie captain Mark Brash. The best wishes from all at the Jags go to Brasher for a speedy and safe recovery. Next week sees a top of the table clash when first place Scone are away to third place Thornton Hibs. The game at the Memorial Ground has a 2:30 kick-off, and we'll have coverage if you can't manage down to Fife on Jaggies Live. That's all for Scone Sport for this week. Thanks for joining us. Bye for now.